Alright, I'm back. It's been a hectic weekend. Super busy at work though, so that was good.
Uncomfortable being shackled to the organism you call Pathfinder.
It isn't imprisonment. Our connection permits me access to places I couldn't otherwise visit.
Maybe next time you can take me with you.
I doubt the Pathfinder would agree to that.
It could be our secret.
Ooh. AI's getting freaky. I have no idea what I'm doing at this point. Did I get everything on, well, it looks like I did everything on, whatchamacallit?
All systems green.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I finished EOS.
I can feel the Scourge's drag on the ship.
At least it keeps Aya hidden. Alright, now what?
stars and skies light our way.
Stars and skies light our way.
She knows how to play to a crowd.
She's the most shy.
Welcome home.
I never thought I'd see it again. Without the Resistance and the Pathfinder, I wouldn't be here.
We made a good team.
We freed more than just the Moshai. And the Pathfinder killed a Ket leader.
We have a lot to celebrate.
I promised to lead the Pathfinder to Aya's vault.
You're still recovering. Take your time. I'm not going anywhere.
Not without our help.
I'll prepare the vault for your arrival. A shuttle will bring you to me when it's ready.
Thank you, Moshai.
We've been alone against the Ket for too long. You've proven it doesn't have to be that way. It's time we discussed an alliance between our people.
We're happy to make room for you on the Nexus.
We'll provide an embassy here as well. Our city is open to you. Join us.
It appears going back to the Nexus a little early.
Well done, Joel. Report for reassignment.
I need to stay with the Pathfinder.
Jarl has already become a valued member of my crew.
Of course he has. I see the benefit. Request granted.
I need to file a mission report. Don't leave Aya without me.
Don't plan on it. Well, that worked out. Let me take a look at that fast travel station just in case.
You came back.
I have bad news. Your supplier, Keldo, the Ket got him.
Thank you for confirming how he died. You have his supplies?
Supplies? Your friend is dead. Don't you care?
I grieved for Keldo before I sent you to find his body. He fought for the Resistance. Died for it. We still need what he promised.
The Ket had your weapons. I got them back.
Yes, all of them. And Keldo's killer's dead. This is good. You're honest, Pathfinder. Reliable. I'll tell Ephra you did well.
I appreciate it. I do want our people to get along. Help each other.
You proved it. This time at least. Need to get the weapons where they belong, but... Keldo would want me to help you. I have things you can use, and I want to see your credits for myself. Trade?
Think I'm getting the better deal. All you walk away with is a number.
True. But who knows what that number will be worth someday. My inventory's open to you. Anything you need.
Let's explore a bit over here.
The aliens, they rescued her.
Wait, you mean the Moshai?
Yes!
Start above. I'll go tell the others now.
Hello.
Villiers asked me to stay and coordinate with the city team to collect more precise readings.
Alright, so where am I going?
First visit to Aya. It's more beautiful than I ever imagined.
Thank you.
I work hard to keep it that way.
Those volcanic tornadoes don't look too good. Just saying, like, is this place safe or?
My dear Emperor, when have I ever not kept such records?
There's always a first time.
For a youth like yourself,
Pathfinder. As you can imagine, your arrival raised concerns from Aya's people.
It'll take a long time to trust strangers again.
Which is why they want the Nexus to listen to them. We've set up terminals in the city so people can leave messages for your people on the Nexus. I'd appreciate if you take a look and forward their communications to your people.
Our laws need revising now that you're here.
The Moshai will be waiting for you at the vault.
While I'm here, maybe we can talk?
Of course. I owe you that. When I first escorted you through our city, I wasn't sure it was the right thing, but you proved I was wrong to doubt. No, more than that. You didn't have to save the captives from exaltation. I wonder if you realize what that meant to us.
We're in this together. The initiative wants to help.
I want to believe it. You're so different from the Ket. What can I do for you?
So, what do you do for fun around here?
The Tavatan is a popular spot for recreational activity.
Right, but what do you do? Can't work all the time.
Productivity is the best form of relaxation.
It's also a great way to get stressed out.
You sound like my brothers. All 10 of them.
10?
And 8 sisters. They're not allowed to bother me at work.
10 brothers and 8 sisters. You have a big family.
I've always thought of it as average. How many siblings do you have?
Just one. My sister, Sarah.
What happened to the others?
Our parents only had 2 children. Underachievers.
That sounds relaxing. When my family gets together, the noise is like standing next to our largest waterfall. My mother says I became governor, so people would have to listen to me.
Is she right?
Always.
What's it like being responsible
Mom's
for a
always
whole
right.
planet?
I suspect it's like being the Pathfinder. Some days it's a burden. Most of the time, I know I'm where I should be.
How did you become governor? Do your people elect leaders by popular vote?
If by vote, you mean argue loudly until one candidate remains, then yes. I got here because I was willing to endure and fight for the obligations that come with my office.
Is there time in your busy schedule to meet someone special?
Everyone is special to me, in their own way.
Not what I meant.
Oh, no, that isn't a priority right now. Someday, maybe.
I sense tension
Ouch.
between your government and the Resistance. Who's actually in charge?
Ephra likes giving orders, right until the actual work of running a city starts. The Resistance is good at protecting us from the Ket, but our people need more. I've learned to indulge Ephra's need for control, just often enough to maintain my own.
I'm hoping you can get me on Ephra's good side.
If I knew how to do that, my job would be much simpler.
Sometimes it seems like you two don't get along at all. And other times...
He's a brilliant tactician and inspiring leader. We just disagree on what's best for our people. He believes secrecy and isolation keep us safe.
What do you believe?
We can't defeat the Ket alone, and neither can your initiative.
I have a few questions about your culture.
I'm happy to answer them.
Don't take this the wrong way, but this isn't your only city, right?
Not at all. Vold and Havarl both have several large population centers. Aya has numerous residential areas similar to this.
Are these places open for visitors?
In time, perhaps.
I've noticed that you, Ephra, and Jal all speak with different accents.
When the Scourge first struck, there were many Angaran worlds. They were separated for centuries. We developed divergent cultures and dialects. Ephra was born on Vold, and Jal is from Havarl.
What about you?
The cat left my homeworld in ruins. Those who survived were forced to flee. We found a refuge on Aya. My family helped settle this world.
So she's an original.
Aya seems important to the Angara.
Aya is paradise. This world is a gift.
Again, those lava
Created the
tornadoes.
Vassal so
They look
everyone
great.
could enjoy this place, if only for a short time.
The Vassal?
The time of change. Aya's resources are too limited for our entire population to live here. We each earn the privilege of spending a few years on Aya. When our time is up, we leave to make room for someone new. The cycle repeats throughout our lives.
Will you have to leave?
Someday. For now, Aya needs me.
Your people revere the Moshai. What did she do to earn that?
After the Scourge, our civilization was in ruins. Those who led the rebuilding were thinkers, experts, and inventors. The Moshai is the greatest scientific mind of our generation. She led us to a new age of technological innovation. When the Ket attacked, she studied their technology, learned their tactics.
You owe your survival to her.
We owe her everything, and we'll do anything to protect her.
Thanks for your time.
Ishare, Pathfinder.
Let's go find a couple of those terminals.
Invest in your personal protection. Shield yourself.
To speak with me before engaging in trade.
No, you. Ooh. What's it running? Also, should I edit out the go home message? That's not too bad. Like the message on screen right now, by the way. Yeah. So apparently the only difference between whether I did or not is what Tan responds with. And I'm gonna send it unedited.
I never thought I'd see the Moshai again, least of all thanks to you. Welcome to the marketplace. I am Arbiter Renhoff. I enforce correct conduct between merchants and customers, resolving any disputes. As the first outsider to enter the city, you are ignorant of our laws. We should change that.
Who decides what happens to people who break the law?
It depends on the grievance. I settle minor offenses right here.
Speaking of going home,
Serious ones require
did you
a
see that both Democrats and Republicans are calling for Biden to not deport any Ukrainians right now? How weird. Republicans don't want to deport people when they're white.
Where I'm from, the biggest trade law is don't cheat. Is it different here?
I suspect we define cheating differently. What is unfair changes based on perspective.
I don't want to cause any trouble. How do I learn your laws?
I'll transmit a full readout. Familiarize yourself with the contents. Personal responsibility is a core foundation of our society. We expect it from everyone.
Understood.
Please visit my colleagues in the Governor's office and the Resistance headquarters. They'll teach you about our culture and what it means to walk freely among us. Your understanding is critical. It would be unfortunate if you accidentally violated our laws.
That it would.
Arbiter Renov told me to expect you. I prepared a datapad detailing our laws. Read it fully.
Page 1 of 5983. Yay. Thanks.
Pathfinder?
I certainly hope the Reapers aren't going to follow us here. Yeah, yo, don't want to go back to where I came from. Starting to see some similarities between the resistance of the and Gara and current whole thing in Ukraine.
Doing okay?
Who knew saving a respected member of Angaran society would open so many doors? I've been talking to some of their traders, seeing if we can work things out.
I know you like looking for the advantage, but we need to earn their trust first. Don't bargain too hard.
You're the boss.
New clientele is always welcome here. Have a look. I'm sure you'll find something to your taste.
Can't hurt to be prepared. Maybe you've got something I'm looking for.
If I don't today, I will tomorrow.
Definitely don't today.
They let you pass the gates. Huh.
It's an honor, and I understand that. I'll be respectful.
All right. Everyone deserves a chance to prove themselves.
See, this dude actually had some good stuff. Not that I need any of it, but...
Vesteran? I was there when you landed. Watched you get escorted through the city.
I get why everyone was on edge. I didn't mean to worry them.
We've been through worse than the arrival of one human.
I've never seen fruit like this before. What are these?
Paripo. Sweet with a little bite. Sometimes if I'm lucky, I have a few Kiloa or Elmok.
Is fruit scarce here?
In this form, yes. Very expensive. If you buy a Paripo from me, it means you have something to celebrate. It's a luxury, meant to be shared with friends and family.
I'll get moving.
Whatever you're making, I have something to help.
Have you seen her yet? No, Naylon said she'd headed out beyond the fields. She had something important to do with that human, Ryder. Really?
Your credits are as good as anyone else's. Don't start any trouble and we're fine.
Increase your odds of survival. Where are
I can do that.
Good to hear.
Okay, where to now? Oh, this person's supposed to have the plan, I guess.
If what we're hearing is true, then we've been killing our own people. No, they can't. You want us dead. What if it's not willing? What if they're slaves? It doesn't matter. Exaltation is just another word for how the Kett kill us. And if you're wrong, if we've been killing for them without realizing it,
I saw a Kett up close when they attacked. It was nothing like our people.
The Kett weaponize their victims to make you hesitate.
and when the Kett begin to exalt your people, what will you do then?
Thank you for that. Insight, Pathfinder. The issue facing us is complex.
Come, my friends. Deliberate with me.
It's governor's place, I think. Yep. Well, funny you say that no one would read that because I read it.
That's excellent. Your little ones will be happy.
Last nutrient batch out of the Tavitan has been really good for them.
I hear he wants Commander to stay farm. He's been pushing the blends to maximize their nutrition.
To your birth, Sarbench. Better late than never.
Doesn't seem so tough. Don't pay it any attention. Bathing to go to his head. Neither of you has put his entirely up. You're all beautiful to me, especially on this day. Grab something to eat. Don't let Odin's sons take it all.
Okay, I have a scar for you. Look at this. Rock slide. Trapped my foot for 2 hours before I was able to get a cob out. Not bad.
Other than the lava tornadoes, this is a pretty view. The water looked better on the old game though.
Saw Ferran's assistant in here the other day.
Welcome to the Tavitan. Feel free to order a drink, or if you're hungry, we have nutrient paste. Not as exciting as fresh fruit, but you'll like it.
What's in that stuff?
In short, everything. Nearly all the food we grow goes straight into processing. We can feed an entire planet in a single harvest. Even ship some off-world.
If we used your system, we'd never have a food shortage.
If you want, I can send a few samples to your ship. Your people can study it.
The Nexus would love that.
Consider it done.
What does Tavitan mean? My translator won't pick it up.
It depends on the context. If it's a person, it means an old friend. If it's a location, like this, it's more a place you could bring someone home to.
What if you need to meet your Tavitan at the Tavitan?
It's not so hard to understand. I'm sure your language has its quirks.
Don't get me started. I'd like a drink.
Especially English.
That's all for now.
We'll come back anytime.
Good to be back here. Ready to hit those scans?
What am I looking for?
Moran called out supplies that may have useful properties for our tech. Just need to get Sam's eye on them. Take a stroll. Enjoy the market. Nav Sam.
Helping the Moshai opened a lot of doors around here. Most Angara still keep their distance, though.
Well, you are a bit of an eyesore.
Speak for yourself. When I saw my first human, I couldn't understand how you keep your blood inside. Skin that thin. Hey, kid.
I hear he had a thing for the repository's curator. Never went anywhere. She's just as thick.
So, Giles available?
You're hopeless. Where's that shuttle?
I'm so glad you're back. And in one piece this time.
I was in one piece last time. A little dented, but in one piece.
You hit that wall so hard you had amnesia for 2 weeks.
Technically, I was still in one piece.
Does the Tavaton not have fast travel?
Hey, how's the car? Bring my sister here when I get a chance.
Ryder, you are the subject of a detailed scan by an Angara standing nearby.
Maybe I should introduce myself. Hello there.
I'm working.
You scanned me pretty hard. That wasn't your way of saying welcome, stranger?
I wanted to be discreet.
Noted. What's your interest in me?
You're an alien on my homeworld. Why wouldn't I be interested?
You could have asked.
Fine. Will you submit to a full spectrum analysis of your biology?
You haven't even told me your name.
Darnfret. Biological researcher. This is my home.
Are you looking for something specific?
We share many external similarities. I want to learn if that holds true internally.
I can't fault you for being curious. Scan away.
I didn't think you'd comply.
I'm full of surprises.
That you are. When we face extinction, family is our final comfort. Do you understand that?
I came to this galaxy with my family. I lost my father on the day I arrived.
But you still carry on his legacy. He knew that, in the end. Family is everything. Not only the one we have now, but the ones that follow us. What will your family look like in 5 generations? 10? How many of you will there be?
You're worried there'll be more of us than you.
I have 23 grandchildren. I want to know what their grandchildren will inherit. Goodbye, Pathfinder. You have questions? Be quick.
Did you scan me on your own? Or did someone put you up to it? Paran? Ephra?
I'm a scientist. I want to understand anything outside my knowledge and experience.
All that information you collect is for personal use?
Of course not. Angara share knowledge. It's how we survive.
How do you stay busy when you're not scanning strangers from another galaxy?
I research and develop organic tactical equalizers.
That sounds scary.
Only to those who threaten Aya.
What else did your scan reveal about me?
You're strong, tough. But much of Helios is inhospitable to human biology. You won't have it easy.
Never have. How do humans stack up against your people in the Ket?
You lack biological advantages, but your technology may offset that.
It can't have been easy, holding out by yourselves against the Ket.
Before them, it was the Scourge. Our entire civilization was almost wiped out. Centuries of rebuilding.
It says a lot that you've made it this far.
We'll go much further.
Thanks for your time.
Yes, yes. Go.
Gee, you don't have to be so rude.
Increase your odds of survival. Wear armor.
Not today, Nexus.
Liam?
God damn it.
What's going on?
Nothing to worry about. Just come grab a table with me. Pathfinder, you're good here. We'll worry about the data another time.
Liam, what's going on?
I, figured we should head up somewhere nice and open. You were being cased.
Are you getting me in trouble? What was this about?
We're not in trouble exactly, but I don't blame them for being angry. I wanted to get data that would help yields at our outposts. Varan told me what to scan, but I called it off. I still owe her, but it's better than pissing off some gouging hardliner. Sorry I didn't clue you in. It's a security thing. Food is security.
Was this an attempt to copy their methods? Steal secrets?
We're not competing companies. It's about learning to live here. Remember my Tempest freakout? I tried proper channels. Got blocked by the Angara and the Nexus. There's only so much Jar can tell us, so I did what we do back in crisis response. Bend the rules.
Liam, I deserve better than having this sprung on me mid-market.
You're right, of course, you're right. And the Angara are right too. The last people who showed up out of the blue were the Ket, the ultimate users. I don't want us getting lumped in with them, and I really, really don't want to ruin the market. Street food and shooting the shit with you feels normal. About time something did.
We may have to stick to ourselves for a while, if that's what both sides seem to want.
It isn't. Saw it all the time during crisis deployments. Us versus them turns into food versus no food. We have to figure this shit out, or both sides will hurt.
Getting acquainted with our new neighbors?
Sort of. All this stuff. The Angara sure do have a rich culture and blah, blah, blah.
You're sauced, aren't you? What's your poison?
I visited that cafe the Angara consider a bar. Asked for their hardest stuff. It was weird, which I like, but had almost no punch. Lightweights. Whoa.
Steady now.
That stuff must have a slow absorption rate. Whoops. Oh, writer. It's just... This museum reminds me of being on Haitiana during my indentured service as a student. They even have a whole section on the Remnant. I didn't come to Andromeda to follow in someone else's footsteps.
Don't worry, PB. The Angara barely have a foothold. Sure, they live among the ruins, but they haven't seen what we've already seen.
You might have a point there. Bet nobody here has ever outrun an ancient vault purification field, huh?
Nope.
Or spat in that Archon's ugly mug and lived to talk about it? That was nice work, by the way.
Thank you.
You're right. Not sure why, but ever since I packed up my apartment on the Nexus, something's crawled under my skin. But whatever it is, I promise, I'll get over it lickety-split.
You're fine, PB. We all need to cut loose once in a while.
You're very understanding and attractive. Nice combination. Think I'll stay in your operation a little while longer.
Thanks.
I've heard so much about you. Is it true you entered a vault on Eos?
Sure is.
Amazing. I would have liked to see that.
Are you a relic hunter like Avela?
Actually, I started as an engineer. The Moshai requested my help cracking encryption on a remnant ship she found. Eventually, that led me to the repository. I've been handling data encryption here ever since.
I take it you help run this place.
Nalan and I are Avela's assistants. It's been strange getting used to that.
Why?
Avela's much younger than the previous curator. She has a lot more energy. Sometimes I have to remind her to take a break. She's too passionate for her own good.
Excuse me.
I'll let you get back to it.
remnant piece.
But nothing Angaran. Pay them for their effort. It's not their fault. Pathfinder, did you make it to Overhaul?
I found this Angaran helmet. Does it mean anything to you?
This is a pre-Dark Age design. Do you see the black marks? The Scourge targeted this pilot's ship. Stars, it's perfectly preserved. I can almost imagine the pilot. He must have been so afraid. I've never seen one of these intact. Do you know how rare this is? I can't even begin to repay you.
If it makes you that happy, I'll gladly dig up a few more.
Do you offer priceless relics to every Angara you meet?
Only the special ones?
I'll keep that in mind. You know, Pathfinder, this gets me thinking. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't even know that helmet existed. What if that's not all we're missing? There could be a wealth of history just out of our reach. So, I'm requesting your help again.
For you? Anything.
I'd be lying if I said I didn't like the sound of that. I've led digs on every Angaran homeworld, but there are places I've missed, areas only a Pathfinder could go. There could be relics sitting untouched for centuries because no one could reach them. What I ask is this: if you ever find yourself in an area like that, you keep an eye out for artifacts.
Gotcha, fam.
That's it. Keep me in mind as you explore, and bring me anything of interest.
It'd help if I knew where to look.
Any planet could contain something of potential value. My people traveled far. I know that doesn't answer your question, but just keep your eyes open for me.
You're the expert. Can't you just come with me?
I'd like to, more than anything, but I'm needed here. My predecessor trusted me to stay and carry on his work, to find answers. No matter how much I miss the adventure, I have a responsibility here.
A few hidden relics coming up.
I don't know what I'd do without you. I'll be here if you find anything. Good luck.
You said the helmet was touched by the Scourge. What does that mean?
I forget your people weren't around for that. When the Scourge appeared, it targeted remnant ships, broke down their technology. With the drive cores disabled...
The ships crashed.
But that may not be all. The Scourge leaves a mark on whatever it touches. If it touched this helmet, perhaps the pilot was the target. There may be remnant tech inside the helmet.
Or in the pilot.
Storms. I hadn't even thought of that.
Any insight you can give me on the remnant tech?
We don't know much. To our understanding, it's always been here. Stars. I would love to be the one to solve that mystery.
This is quite a place.
It feels like home to me. Sometimes I think I should move in here. But it's got a long way to go. Someday we'll fill it with relics of the past, each one telling a story. And my people will come here to learn. And to remember.
You'll get there.
With enough hard work, yes.
Is it normal for someone as young as you to be in charge?
I'm no younger than you. And you're a Pathfinder.
I kinda inherited the job.
So did I. I was apprenticed to the former curator. It was my job to bring him artifacts from other worlds. When he retired, I sort of fell into his position.
Do you miss relic hunting?
Some days, but mostly I'm happy to spend more time with each piece.
Have you always been into history?
Oh yes. When I was young, I would dig up shells and pretend they were ancient armor pieces. I've always had a big imagination. With only 14 siblings, I got lonely sometimes.
Only 14?
14? That's insane.
Why? How many do you have?
Just the one.
Oh, that's terrible. I'm sorry.
I'll come back when I have something.
Stars guide your travels.
Hello, Pathfinder.
I'll let you get back to it.
Oh, it's you. I watched you land.
Hope you're not calling me it anymore.
You heard that. I apologize. I was ignorant.
What's your job around here?
Aelin and I help Avela with her studies. I specialize in restoration.
So you make relics look new?
New as I can. I'm not a miracle worker, no matter what a Vela says. She'll praise Ellen and I to anyone who will listen. Never had a supervisor like that before.
I'll leave you to it.
Where's the thing that I placed?
The Ket have turned more aggressive. Abductions are down. Now they're slaughtering outposts.
They're scared. Overcompensating.
Things got worse when Ephra sent the new aliens to help our forces on Vold.
Correlation doesn't imply causality.
Oh, I hate it when you say that.
I mean, it's true. Anyone who studied statistics knows that.
Heard you were coming. I prepared a datapad on our laws regarding war. Learn them.
Okay, at least this one's only 241.
Move Team Vayon to replace them? No, 6-9 is too unstable. They'll be out of food in 2 days. Out of ammo in 3. They have to fall back.
Sounds like you've got trouble.
Too many kit, not enough resistance. I have a team that's been in the field for 6 months without resupply. They won't come in. Say they're close to taking down a kit outpost, but I don't know.
If they could do it alone, they would have by now. Send reinforcements.
Hitting the enemy in one place leaves us vulnerable elsewhere. But you're right. This is the hardest part of my job. Thank you for the advice, Pathfinder.
Hopefully it was good advice. They don't like me. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. I also grabbed quick leftover bite to eat.
I expect you to take good care of Joel out there.
I will. I'm sure he'll return the favor.
Don't worry about him. You saved the Moshai. That earned his loyalty. Still wrapping my head around what you found at the Ket facility. That exaltation.
It must be hard for you, realizing what the Ket soldiers are.
Doesn't change what we have to do. It's war. What do you need?
What's your story, Ephra?
You're not getting my personnel file.
I'd just like to know who I'm working with.
You want to know what it's like being me? I wake up every morning to fight a war. I send people to kill and die. If I'm lucky, there are more dead Ket than resistance when I go to sleep.
That's a hell of a burden.
Enough personal discussion.
Less of him than the governor.
You've been fighting Ket a long time. Any advice?
Your war's different from ours.
It's still a war, and we're not prepared for it.
Wouldn't matter if you were. The Ket aren't a conventional enemy.
Any idea where they came from? A home world somewhere?
Each of our colonies heard a different story. I doubt any were true. They came from far away. That's all we know.
Ever tried following a Ket ship to see where it goes?
Of course we did. Wherever home is, they don't visit.
Do the Ket have a favorite strategy? Something we can exploit?
They switch tactics constantly, almost capricious about it. Makes them unpredictable.
They must have some weakness.
They're vulnerable to brute force. That's enough.
The Ket aren't mindless monsters. They must care about something.
Slaves, resources, power. Same as any conqueror.
You didn't see the exaltation process. They treat it like religion.
They convert us against our will. That's not religion, it's genocide. Every culture has its purpose. Theirs is to take whatever they want.
There's no official Angaran military? Just the Resistance?
Lost our fleets and armies decades ago. Ket mostly. The rest fell to internal strife. We kept fighting, but our civilians were disorganized. Poorly supplied. Leaderless. Decades of aimless defiance got us nowhere. I had to make the Resistance real.
I've seen armed people in uniform. They're not Resistance?
Aya police. Purely ornamental. Gives us the appearance of civilization.
You don't think they're necessary?
If things go bad, the Resistance will handle it.
That's up to the governor, isn't it? How is the Resistance organized?
Loosely, we operate in cells. Independent strike teams have better odds. If the Ket capture a cell, it doesn't compromise the rest.
How did you wind up in charge?
Nothing to lose. My family was rounded up into a Ket slave camp. Last contact I had with any of them was 10 years ago.
They could still be alive.
Didn't figure you for an optimist.
They'd most likely be alive as a cat, though.
What success have you had against the Ket?
Enemy casualties are up 600% in 3 years. But that's just a number. Every time we destroy a facility, take out a warship, we give our people hope.
And you're not fighting alone anymore.
We'll see.
What do you think of your governor?
She governs Aya, not the Resistance.
Way to avoid the question. Is there history between you?
I can always count on Paran to offer a spirited argument.
You respect her?
She holds her own. Not many do.
I hope the initiative is making a good impression.
The initiative. Sounds so unthreatening, like a city planner meeting.
That's kind of what it's meant to be.
City planners don't walk around in battle armor with rifles on their shoulder.
Depends on the city. My point is, we traveled through dark space to build something here.
That's what invaders always say, at first.
We're not invaders.
Of course.
I'll let you get back to it.
Good.
Let's see what else can I do before I go to the travel. Not gonna head all the way to Volb, but we'll talk to people in the Nexus or Tempest.
PB's been looking for you.
Pathfinder, you have new email.
Come on, think. Think! I need something.
Who are you talking to?
Ryder! Shit! You shouldn't sneak up on someone like that. I'm just talking to myself. Don't tell me you never do that.
You seem stressed.
No kidding. I'm not built for this kind of homesteading. Don't like people knowing where I am, where my stuff is. Ugh!
What's your usual solution?
Usually, I cut bait. Scram, strike out on my own. When I felt like this back home, I'd look for a zero-G chamber, or at least an isolation tank. Someplace to just drift away. I could really use that now.
If I may, gravity can be overridden in the escape pod. You can create a zero-G chamber.
Of course! Sam, you're a genius. It's easy. It'll make a huge difference, Ryder. You'll see. You know, there's room for two.
That's all I need to hear.
And this should do it. Close your eyes. Relax. Let yourself go. Ah, this hits the spot. Ryder,
Yeah?
There's something else that would relax me.
Bounty go on.
That's the spirit. Wanna fool around? Doesn't matter if you have something else going on. I can be utterly discreet. Just fun. Two people blowing off steam. No strings attached. Only if there's no strings.
That'll be fun.
Okay then. Say no more.
Oh, you mean now? Here?
Got a sense of
You do know what
the
say no more
stream.
means, right? Huh.
Whoa.
Huh. Oh, we're floating right into the,
Ouch. Who cares?
Ow!
Ow.
No strings.
Apparently it doesn't show anything anyway.
No strings.
Where is she? Is she still in there? In the escape pod?
Need something?
I saw another of Dad's memories. I was in this one. Sarah, too. We were home visiting. Dad told us about going through the Charon relay.
So you got your sense of exploration from your father?
We joked it was in our DNA.
Then that part of him lives on.
I'll let you get back to it.
I'll be here if you need me.
Ryder.
You probably have work to do. We can chat later.
You know where to find me.
Pathfinder,
Got any stories or advice to share?
does a piejack scratch its butt?
Tell me more about fighting Ket.
Shoot stuff and don't die. Always works for me.
We can talk more later.
Sure.
Didn't tell me much new stuff.
Hey, Ryder. What's the story?
Good talking to you, Gil.
Anytime.
Didn't do much talking. Hey, buddy.
Be careful around the ship, okay?
He better watch the capacitors or he'll end up extra crispy.
Ryder?
How's the search for the Asari Ark going?
Still deciphering the Ark's last known course from the flight recorder and making sure we're ready for a fight.
Any more Commando war stories?
That's all I can share, anyway. I miss them.
See you later, Cora.
I'll be here.
Where the hell is Vetra? Oh, up there. Never mind. I did talk to her.
Come on, I need...
Something I should know about?
Hey, I was just... How you doing? I'm... Great, just, I told you I'd screw it up, and I have. Remember Varand? I contacted the Angara? She's gone. The whole group is gone. Sudden. So, yeah, up for a rescue? Because if we don't, we could be next.
Of course we are. Why wouldn't we go after them?
Yeah, because I gave Varand Nexus data and nav points.
Why would you do that?
We need to know how to live here. I tried asking. I tried taking. No one would help outsiders. So I took initiative. Gave her data and tech so she could mod it. Varand was... She is a good risk. But if pirates interrogate her or barter her to the Ket, it's our heads.
Why didn't you alert everyone immediately?
If they have her info, they have our comms. The Nexus goes on alert, they'll know. Varand's people are tough. They'd have fought if they thought there was a chance. Something made them think there wasn't. I won't risk that. Bad enough I have to involve you. Like I said, I screwed up.
We'll take care of it before it's a problem.
It's already a problem. I got a lead from a trader. A grainy visual. We find that system, we find our bad guys. I also asked Bradley for people to help intercept. I thought they might want to pitch in.
How are a bunch of settlers supposed to help?
That's what he said. We're on our own. I'll forward the visual to the bridge for when you want to start hunting. And... sorry.
Maybe not right now.
I get you, pal. Inane chatter about nothing coming up.
Yes?
I'll see you later, Jarl.
Stay strong and clear.
Hello, Scott.
Thanks, Sam. Nothing more.
Oh, sounds like PB and I had fun. That's the game that I see it.
Heya! What's shaking?
I've been having zero-G daydreams.
Me too. Want to find a discreet place and make the dream a reality.
Absolutely.
How much fun are we, huh? Back to business, Pathfinder.
Thanks for chatting. We'll talk again later.
You know it.
I found that plant you wanted.
Great. I'll give the recipe a try when I'm off duty. I've already got ideas for how to jazz it up. And I'll keep working on Mr. I don't like movie nights here to come along.
I like them. Just not when Gil is glowering at me.
Ryder.
I should get back to things.
Sounds good.
You know, there's probably a more direct way to go through all these missions, but the whole point of an open world game is to explore.
Makes them feel safer, doesn't it?
Just a bit.
You're the Pathfinder. Thank you so much for returning the Moshai to us.
I'm glad I could help. Seems your people really cherish her.
She is dear to us. By the way, you should know, the head of our delegation is at your cultural center. He'd be honored to speak with you.
Of course.
Free for an interview? I'd like to know more about the Angara. It's not often a first contact goes so smoothly. At least the Angara are more peaceful than the Ket. There's high hopes for this alliance.
I guess you'd ask about the Angara. It's a good reason to say hi.
That's not... This is about history, not you and...
Me and...
I need to finish this. So, the Angara, your thoughts on the alliance?
The Angara are survivors, and they're willing to help. They'll be great allies.
The Angara soldier who joined your team has a few fans already, but everyone's talking about Aya. Green plants, flowing water? Our leaders have discussed whether we should send colonists there.
If the Angara say yes, I don't see why not.
I wonder who gets to make that call. The Angara don't have much of a government left. Okay, that's... Look, camera off. I need to say something. I feel like you want to get closer to me than an interview.
I think I might. What about you?
I want... this isn't right. It's not ethical to date an interview subject. But once the documentary's done, we could get to know each other better.
I could be spoken for by then.
I wouldn't interfere with your life. What happens with me stays with me. But if you want to share your heart, I'd like that. Once the documentary's finished.
Then I'll be patient. It'll be something to look forward to.
Thank you. Just a couple more interviews and let's see what happens. Colonist registration is up since last episode, as is morale. Tan sent this for you. Inspiring, huh?
It's such a mess. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Those ships were grounded for so
We can
long.
send him a gift.
Nice to see them
What
doing
do
what
Angara
they were
dream?
made to. I wonder what my dad would think of all this. Would he have encouraged the move? Come with us if he could?
I'm sure he would have. To be with you guys.
Yeah, I think so too. Sid doesn't remember anything about him, but I do. I think he might have liked it here.
What? That's ridiculous. Why would he say that?
Maybe he thought he was being honest.
Please be mindful of guests visiting the cultural exchange center.
And we're happy to help your guards secure their weapons.
I prefer them armed for now. You understand, of course.
Oh, Pathfinder, this is the head of the Angaran delegation.
The one who saved the Moshai. She speaks highly of you. Call me Issa de Navarre.
Welcome, Ambassador. The Angara's first formal visit will be one for the history books.
I wonder what they'll say.
I was just explaining to the ambassador that armed guards aren't necessary here.
Is something wrong, Ambassador?
Please walk with me, Pathfinder. So much life. All different, all united. The way it could have been. 75 years ago, we were scattered, struggling to rebuild after the Scourge. Then, the Ket arrived. Alien life. It was monumental. But then they deceived and enslaved us. So, I hope you understand my precautions.
We came to explore, Ambassador, not conquer. And we have our own challenges.
Yes, which is why I'm here. I want to believe in this alliance, Pathfinder. The Moshai says you're trustworthy. Please, help me trust in you.
Everything you see, we're willing to share. Knowledge, technology, support.
What's the price?
Whatever you're willing to give.
They'll surrender their weapons to your militia, if that's satisfactory.
Thank you. We won't disappoint you, Ambassador.
Pavoa Sek Jav Jaravon, Pathfinder. Welcome to Andromeda.
Welcome back. Hello again.
Thanks.
Of course.
We hope you'll enjoy learning about the rich diversity of people who have arrived from the Milky Way galaxy.
I'm meeting with Director Addison later. She wishes to discuss planetary boundaries and perhaps acquire further charts.
I'm glad that's finally happening. She's been very keen on that.
Place of friendship and cooperation.
As am I. She also inquired into permissions for personnel to visit Aya.
I hope she made it clear we in no way wish to settle Aya or overstep our bounds.
She is very direct. I find it reassuring. The swearing is entertaining too.
They're happy to answer any questions you may have. And
hello there, neighbor. I'm Gian Garson, the founder of the Andromeda Initiative. I thought you might like to hear more about our plans.
Maybe later.
No problem. I'll be here whenever you'd like to learn more.
I'm Gian Garson, founder of the initiative. On behalf of the Nexus...
Ryder, I just read the most fascinating histories about the conflict between the Geth and their Quarian creators. I feel like the Angara and the Quarians have so much in common.
Really? How?
We're both displaced, struggling against cruel enemies to save our home worlds.
But the Ket just showed up here. That's not your fault. The Quarians created the Geth.
Home is home. When home is not safe, the heart is sick from yearning.
The Nexus is a place of
Fair enough.
cooperation. We're glad
It was nearly 3,000 years ago when the Krogan and Solarians first met. War and ignorance had decimated the Krogan homeworld. The Solarians uplifted them, rescuing the Krogan from likely extinction. The Solarians gave them technology and a new planet where they could thrive. In return, the Krogan defeated a hostile race threatening galactic peace. Theirs is a complicated relationship, but one showing how species who disagree still coexist in the Milky Way.
Very whitewashing their history.
Interesting place, isn't it? Full of smiles and handshakes. Not many soldiers. Even though when politicians make peace, it's we soldiers who keep it.
Given our situation, it's smart to show we truly come in friendship.
Though in these times you should be prepared for the alternative. But names. I know you, Pathfinder. I am Andraknor, a Heskal with the Resistance.
A Heskal?
Centuries ago, Heskal were special forces. We defended colonies, passing our training down via oral history. Few remember us today. I came to learn what the Milky Way knows of such things. I heard your father was part of a similar program, an N7.
What have you learned about the N7 program?
Human soldiers who trained on exotic worlds. Arcturus, Europa, Rio de Janeiro. They learn to fight in all environments on little food or sleep, to care for their injured.
Rio's a foreign planet.
Is that accurate? Wasn't your father one of them?
He was one of the first N7s. He was proud of that, even though he didn't stay in service. Didn't stop him teaching me and my sister a few tricks.
So, you carry a little of that knowledge with you, as well as your Pathfinder skills. N7 training would benefit my people. Heskal training would benefit yours. Perhaps a few war games. Show me how your skills handle the tests of a Heskal recruit. Challenge yourself and teach me.
A chance to work with the Angaran best of the best? Absolutely.
Excellent. I'll activate our training beacons. Finding them can be your first test. After that, I look forward to learning.
The Nexus is a place of friendship and cooperation. We're glad to visit.
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
It's all you can do.
Hi, I'm Jan Garson, founder of the initiative. Welcome to the Nexus.
What? That's ridiculous. Why would
We
you say
ask
that?
that you spend a few short minutes going through immigration processing, then we'll have you on your way.
I filed a complaint with TAN.
Firearms on the Nexus is against initiative regulations.
I wonder how these Angara have adapted in such a harsh cluster. How is their metabolism?
They can create an EMP charge through their skin.
Fascinating. Could you get us a measurement? Even a handshake would do.
Byzantine, crystalline. All the nodules intertwine.
Let's go check out some other areas.
Convicted murderer Noken Rensis, exiled for his role in the killing of Security Chief Hiram Reynolds. This is HNS.
Anything more in there? How's this doing?
That's all, Harry. Thanks.
I'll be here if you...
Apparently nothing new.
And think about this.
Fallout from the recent uprising as security tightens across all sectors on the Nexus. Director Tan stresses that it's, quote, for your safety. This is HNS.
Peavy, where are you?
Still not spending time in the Nexus, huh?
No, I made the rounds. Tons more people milling about. My old apartment's been appropriated. Guess they need the space.
You seem sad about that.
Not sad, exactly. Guess I just realized how nice it was to have a quiet place where I could disappear. Now, everywhere you go, boom, people. Needed a breather from the Tempest.
Good job with the Prodromos outpost, Pathfinder. Ready to wake up a batch of colonists and send them down there. It'll be nice to see their excitement when they realize this is really happening.
Thanks for the talk.
Sure thing.
Let's see what the Lovebirds are up to.
Is it ever uncomfortable being shackled to the organism you call Pathfinder?
It isn't imprisonment. Our connection permits me access to places I couldn't otherwise visit.
Maybe next time you can take me with you.
I doubt the Pathfinder would agree to that.
It could be our secret.
I heard that.
Welcome back, Scott.
That's all for now.
Of course.
My liberator. Welcome.
Thanks for your time.
It would seem that is all I have to give, for now.
Your father's personal logs.
Some nice conversations, but nothing too crazy here.
Construction and repairs continue on various parts of the Nexus. Authorities have no word on completion and remind visitors to avoid affected areas. This is HNS.
Fix it. I'll handle any fallout. So that's what the Kett are up to, transforming people into willing slaves?
Now we know why they take so many prisoners.
Well, they're sure as hell not taking any more.
Bye, Kandros. Duty calls.
You and me both, Pathfinder.
Secure message from intelligence. Requesting armor cam footage.
Attention all personnel. The Angaran diplomatic team has arrived on the Nexus.
Hi.
I'll let you get back to work.
The Cultural Center requests special dietary instructions for Angaran visitors.
It's impossible. What's up?
Talk to you later, Davis.
I'll be here.
Superintendent Cash reminds everyone, all power grid adjustments must be approved beforehand.
I don't know. It's all hazy. It seems like some records were mixed up and you were given the wrong anti-stasis meds. They give some people psychotic episodes. You got real unlucky. So I can go? Easy, pal. Someone from Medbay is coming to talk to you first. Yeah, that's probably smart.
A reminder to all personnel, overtime hours remain in effect.
A bar opens on the Nexus. Visitors herald the vortex.
I'm worried about this place if the Kett find you.
Then we defend the station. It's all we can do here. You just keep the Pathfinder safe and the Kett busy. And be careful out there. I only have one of you.
Kid?
out of those materials?
I don't know. Ben's looking into it. Don't worry, probably just another computer glitch.
Vetra never had these glitches.
That's because Vetra kept it all in her head. We mere mortals aren't as good at that.
First contact, huh? Last one of any note was when your people stumbled over that relay. If they can trade us materials that'll help fix the Nexus, I'm good with it.
Nothing more for now.
See you later.
Kesh, Spender is at it again.
Did you tell him I was coming down to check on you?
Pathfinder.
Director Addison?
Goodbye, Pathfinder.
Real stimulating conversation.
Pathfinder.
Convicted murderer Nokin Rensis, exiled for his role in the killing.
Hi, Ryder. Hi, Ryder.
The Angara have nothing to fear from the people of the Milky Way.
But do you have anything to offer?
Our wisdom, our knowledge.
We have plenty of that on our own.
Of course. And you also have food, water, necessities of life.
Now we get to the heart of the matter.
I would like to lay a groundwork for trade between our people.
What would you trade?
Well, wisdom and knowledge.
We'll take that under consideration. Good day.
Something I can help you with?
That's all. Thanks for your time.
Of course.
Hydroponics reports oxygen production is nominal.
An expedition to Eos in the Pythia system has discovered a mysterious facility that authorities are calling a vault. Though not much yet is known about the underground structure, it's believed to be remnant in origin. Noted Asari scientist Helisaria Basale.
What we activated in the vault drastically improved the atmosphere on Eos.
This is HNS.
Excuse me. I'm hopping off in probably about like 5 minutes, so I'll give you a raid in a minute. If you want to just hold off for a second. Alright, yep. Only about 2 hours in tonight. Had a long day at work. Time to raid Penny. Adios.